Preface. It cannot be said that Robert was a disciple of Ramana Maharshi in the traditional sense. He awakened at the age of 14 and 5 years later he went to India. But it was from Ramana that he understood the nature of his awakening. Robert was the most unusual person I have ever met. He was not of this world. He left no impression. He was unknown and unknowable. He avoided public attention and was therefore little known during his lifetime. He had many students. He said that he wanted 10 who would teach after him. Because he was ill and unable to work, his avoidance of public recognition left him in relative poverty. He said that he had nothing to do with it. If it weren't for his wife and daughters, he wouldn't do anything. He used to sit for long hours on end, looking out of the window at the mountain peak in Sedona, his eyes motionless and not blinking. He was always, as he told me, in sahajisamadhi. Most around him were hardly aware of his turiya state of being, the fourth state of eternal peace in the true self, where nothing existed as objects apart from him. The infinite world did not exist. Others did not exist for him as something separate and objective. There was only the true me. He taught only 2 ways to awaken from sleep. Through the exploration of unreality where the sense of self, the sense of existence, of being alive was tracked within through the false self attached to the body in human existence to the great absolutely immovable true self. All his conversations focused on these 2 questions. The world is not real, so leave it alone. Your true self has nothing to do with the body and humanity, and the experience of the root self is achieved through self-inquiry or complete surrender to the Guru. When you read Conversations with Robert, it is best to do so slowly, allowing the words to penetrate you and seep into the deepest levels of your being. Take your time, approach silence quietly. The true self is subtle, therefore you must become subtle, calmly observing so that it can completely transfer you to the other side of life and death.